grinding every day. Long hours, no backup, no accountability. That ends now. The Empower Solopreneur Mastermind gives you one simple advantage: a weekly power session that turns isolation into domination. Every Friday morning on Zoom, you'll get real coaching and real feedback to make real moves. Join a group of driven professionals in a program designed for solopreneurs and people working at home. Stop getting stuck. Start scaling. Seats are limited. Lock in yours today at modernobserver.com/empower-mastermind.
A New York attack inspired by ISIS. Iranian soccer players granted asylum. A new study shows CBD may treat liver disease, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. 2 men were charged after an attempted ISIS-inspired terrorist attack at Gracie Mansion. 2 men were charged yesterday with attempting to provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization and using a weapon of mass destruction after allegedly trying to detonate explosive devices outside of the New York City mayor's residence on Saturday. Prosecutors say Amir Balat and Ibrahim Kayumi expressed allegiance to the militant group after being arrested. Balat's lawyer, meanwhile, said he is 18 and he doesn't have any idea what he's doing. These were ISIS-inspired actions, Manhattan U.S. Attorney Jay Clayton said during a news conference. Balat allegedly told investigators that he wanted to carry out an attack that was bigger than the 2013 bombing at the Boston Marathon that killed 3 people, New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch said. This was not random violence, Tisch told reporters. This was a planned attack motivated by extremist ideology and inspired by a violent foreign terrorist organization. Both suspects admitted that their actions on Saturday were because of ISIS. The Pentagon identified Sergeant Benjamin Pennington of Kentucky as the 7th U.S. service member killed in the war with Iran. The 26-year-old died Saturday from injuries he sustained during an Iranian attack at a Saudi airbase on March 1st. The fate of 21 members of Iran's women's national soccer team remained uncertain Tuesday after 5 teammates were granted asylum in Australia, leaving the rest of the squad to decide whether to return to a country still reeling from war. The Iranian team arrived in Australia for the tournament before the U.S.-Israeli attacks against Iran began on February 28. An official roster lists 26 players, along with coaches and staff, while Australian authorities confirmed that 5 players were transported by federal police to a secure location overnight to finalize humanitarian visas. The remaining members of the delegation have not publicly indicated whether they will seek similar protections or return to Iran. While only 5 players were granted asylum, Australian Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke said the offer was given to everyone on the team. Live Nation, which owns Ticketmaster, has agreed to pay $280 million in penalties to 40 states that sued the company, alleging anti-competitive business practices and artificially inflated concert ticket prices. Under the terms of the settlement, the company will allow the concert venues it works with to use other vendors to sell tickets, rather than with Ticketmaster exclusively. Anthropic sued the Department of Defense on Monday, arguing that its designation of the company as a supply chain risk violates the AI company's First Amendment rights. Anthropic has insisted that its Claude model not be used for surveillance of U.S. citizens or to power lethal weapons, while the Pentagon has demanded that the tools be available for all lawful use. Compounds found in cannabis could provide a new roadmap for treating the world's most common chronic liver disorder, according to a study released by the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Metabolic dysfunction-associated steatotic liver disease currently affects approximately one-third of the global adult population, according to health data. The research, published in the British Journal of Pharmacology, found that CBD and CBG significantly reduced liver fat and improved metabolic health in experimental models. CBD is the more widely studied non-intoxicating cannabinoid, while CBG is a less common precursor cannabinoid from which CBD is formed. That's the Raw Naked Truth for March 10th, 2026. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.